Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to yet another episode of Little Modular. Today we will be taking a look at this really nice oscillator by feedback module called 259. If you are into modulars, you probably are aware what this does refer to. It does refer and draws inspiration from one of the most successful and well-known sections of a complex West Coast oscillator. So let's just dive right into it and let me show you how it sounds and what could we do with that. So we have 4 simultaneous outs with different waves, being a sine wave, triangle, ramp, and square. Then we can switch between the high range and the low range right there. So you could have it in the audio range or in the lower audio range or LFO, depending on where this pitch knob is. Then we have the frequency knob, pitch, right there in the middle. And then we have the fine knob that corresponds to that, so we can set it more precisely with this knob. Then we also have a CV control for the frequency. That's the key CV. Now that's important because we have another CV input right below, and it also influences the frequency, but in a different way. It's meant for bipolar signals, so you could input some LFO in here, for instance, and then you can decide on the modulation depth with this bipolar knob right here. Then we also have FM in right here with attenuator for it. And then we also have lock-in input. This is audio input. You can lock this oscillator to another oscillator and it acts sort of like a soft sync. So you can input here a square wave, for instance, and then you can decide on depth of this synchronization with this knob right here. Well, and that's pretty much it. It's an oscillator. What else it is to say about it? Well, maybe that besides it sounds really nice, in my opinion, it's one of the best oscillators for doing some FM stuff. It reacts really nicely to frequency modulation. So first, I'm going to show you how the raw waves from that oscillator sound like, and then I'll try to patch some FM sounds on it to showcase its capabilities. That's the sine wave in the low range. And then in the high range. Okay, now a triangle wave. In the lower range. Then we have the ramp. In the upper range. And then we have a square. Upper range. And the lower range. What I have done here is I have the 259, then I have the Dixie oscillator connected to the FM in, and I also have a Rubicon connected to lock-in input. The waveform from Rubicon is square. The sequence that you're hearing is coming from Erica Synth's drum sequencer. So I'm plugging it into the key CV right there. And I'm also having the Dixie, which I haven't mentioned, connected to Precision Adder. In my case, it is Expert Sleeper's Distinct 3. And a Precision Adder is a very useful tool you might use with FM patches because it allows you to go in precise octaves up and down, so we can check how a specific frequency works with the adder oscillator. And that's how it sounds like. Okay, now you're hearing a raw wave because the FM pot is at the 0 position. Now, if we increase it, you're gonna hear some additional frequencies. Up to the full. Now, in FM, what is really crucial is the frequency of the other modulating oscillator and the wave, of course, on both of the oscillators. The modulating oscillator is a triangle wave, as is the 259 now. You can hear the timbre changes as I change the Dixie modulating oscillator. Now, watch what will happen when I switch octaves on the Precision Adder, switching the Dixie up and down. Now, that's a great crunchy and punchy FM synthesis. It just begs for adding some reverb. Ooh, yeah! That's a reverb from Reverb by Make Noise. And remember to use the fine-tune knobs, because the magic happens with the little twists. Let's see how it sounds on other wave. Let's see how it sounds on a ramp. Let's see how it works on a square. That's without FM. That's with. Changing Precision Adder. That's what I really love. So you can hear really a wide range of punchy and very juicy sounds. Okay? Now that's only half of the story, because now what you could do is you could add the lock-in audio from Rubicon, which also will change the sounds drastically as you move the frequency on the other oscillator. So it's a soft sync. Okay? When I slow down frequency on the Rubicon, you can get those 8-bit sounds. And again, if I add some reverb, it just sounds so sweet. I'm changing the lock-in. Slowing down the lock-in. changing the precision adder. And now changing the Dixie modulating oscillator. Okay, so that's the last feature I haven't talked about. It's the second CV in, the bipolar CV. You can use also with the or without the key CV. So what I have here is an LFO from Drum Sequencer. So it's all clocked by the same clock, and I can just stick it in here. With this knob right here, I can decide how deep the modulation is going to be. And in which direction. Okay? So if you combine that with the FM and locking, you can get some really wide range of sounds. It's just crazy. You can of course change the LFO rate and its shape to get some crazier sounds like this. It's almost a groove, a beat made just with this oscillator and some modulation sources. So we have the main melody being fed in the key CV and then the LFO modulation. Okay, it's just bonkers. I'm fiddling with the precision adder to get some additional flavors from the FM and different amounts of locking. The range of sounds you can get out of this thing is immense. And as for FM synthesis, this is currently my favorite one. So it looks very nice, the build quality is very good, sounds excellent, especially on FM, and it is cheap, 130 euros. It's another no-brainer from Feedback Modules. Check it out, demo it, and see if you like it. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, if you liked that video, please share, subscribe, and spread the good word. I'll see you next time. Happy wiggling! Bye bye! Ciao!